Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do an Arket brand overview and share with you my thoughts on this brand. In this video, I placed an order for a range of their items because I really want to show you guys what some of their pieces would look like on someone who is petite. I follow a lot of vloggers who are taller and they love Arket, but I really want to show you what some of their pieces look like on someone who is 160 centimeters and 5'3". They are a part of H&M, but I find that they do focus a lot more on quality. So a lot of the materials they use are natural fibers. And I also appreciate that they're not coming out with releases every single week. They tend to be quite slow and just stick to the basics. Throughout this video, I can be a little bit negative because a lot of Arket pieces I think are not suited for petite women. And I will go through that and talk through what I think is okay and what I think is a definite no when it comes to their pieces. I hope you guys will find this video useful and that it will save you from doing the return process, which can definitely get very pricey. First up, I'm going to talk about the blazers because this is probably what I was most excited about trying. I've got two blazers to share with you. I've got a black wool blazer and I've also got a linen blazer. Before I forget, for all of the items that I'm showing today, I'll pop down in the description box below my sizing, as well as my size recommendation for each of these pieces. So for this blazer, I've taken a size 32, which is one size down. And as you can probably tell, it is still very oversized. For the shoulder area, it definitely sticks out past my shoulder line. For the sleeves, it kind of falls halfway down my hand. And for the body of the blazer, it definitely falls beneath my butt, probably by about 10 centimeters. So it is a very long line blazer on me and super oversized. You guys know I love a good oversized blazer, but for me, this blazer is just way too long on me. I feel I can tolerate the shoulder area as well as the sleeves. They're actually not too bad, but I feel like the length is what turns me off this blazer because it's just way too long. Those are my thoughts about the sizing, but if I'm talking about quality, this blazer is really, really nice. I feel like the wool is a very high quality wool. It's not one of those wool pieces that feels really coarse and feels really bad quality. This one does feel very nice to the touch. I think the material is not so light that it wrinkles easily, and it's also not so heavy that it loses that beautiful drape that blazers often have. So quality and fabric-wise, I am really happy with this piece. You can't really tell because I haven't cut it, but it does have a vent at the back, which just makes it a little bit more flattering. And it's got a really nice lining on the inside as well. Even though the linen blazer has a very, very similar shape and fit to the wool blazer, I almost feel like it looks even more overwhelming on me. Maybe because it is cut slightly looser, or maybe it's just the material of it, but it's a definite no because it looks way too oversized. For the linen blazer, if you can see, it is partially lined, so around the top and around the arms, and it's not lined at the bottom. I quite like that because I think it makes it a little bit more wearable for the warmer months, which is when you would wear a linen blazer anyway. Quality-wise, the linen feels really thick and really beautiful, and I feel like it's very similar to the darker blazer where I highly recommend the quality, but sizing wise, it's just not going to work if you are petite. If you are petite like me, and you love oversized blazers, which I do, there are definitely some other brands that do it a little bit better and have the right amount of oversize while being balanced and flattering. So I'm going to move on to tailored trousers, and I feel like this is definitely my favorite items from Arket. I think I'm going to start by talking about the two pairs of trousers that have been in my wardrobe for a couple of years now. So this pair of navy trousers you might recognize, but it comes with an elastic waistband as well as this kind of drawstring belt. And it's made from a really nice drapey lyocell material, and it stops at the perfect length without any tailoring. I was honestly in awe of how well this pair of trousers fit, especially because having tried other Arket pieces, I do know that they're not the most suitable for shorter ladies out there. So this pair of trousers is just a dream in terms of the fit and the material. So this pair of trousers, on the other hand, I did get tailored, but I definitely didn't take a lot of length off, maybe just about 2 inches or 5 centimeters, which is not a lot when it comes to trousers for me. I really like this pair of pants because it is 100% wool and it has a really nice drape to it when you wear it. I love this seam that goes down the front. It is a faux seam where it's actually got a stitching there to give it that crisp line. I really love the look of it, and I think it always looks very sleek. So it basically comes down to the fit and fabric, and that's why I really like Arket trousers. So that led me to order this pair of trousers from them. First up, these trousers are made from 100% wool. It's a really nice feeling wool where it's neither too thin and flimsy, and it's also not too structured and chunky either. So the material of this feels really lovely. One of the things I really like about this trouser is the color, and I feel like it'll just match really beautifully with some cool tone neutrals in my wardrobe. The other thing I really like is that I feel the drape of this pair of trouser is really nice, like the wool pair that I showed earlier. You can't tell too much when I have the pants rolled up, but when I unrolled it, you'll see that the trouser drapes really elegantly on the leg. I also appreciate the shape of it, where it is a wider shape through most of the leg, but then it kind of tapers in at the ankle, which I really like because I find it a bit more wearable for someone who is petite. So this pair of trousers is definitely a piece that I will be keeping, and once lockdown where I am is over, I will get them tailored to a full length. So I have the option of wearing them either, as a full length trouser, but also having the option to roll them up a little bit as a cropped trouser as well. One of my favorites from the brand. I almost forgot about this pair of black trousers, but this is also another great option, especially if you are petite. The elastic waistband reminds me a little bit of this style that I have. They've both got that elastic waistband detail. And they've also both got that faux seam down the front of the leg. So these two styles are quite similar. I feel like this one is actually a little bit more petite friendly because it is quite a cropped style. This is the only item in this entire video that I'm showing where I feel like if you are tall, try to avoid it because I can see it being quite cropped. Whereas if you're petite, I think this will be a great option. The material of these trousers is a blend, so it's partially made from Eco Vero, which is a slightly more sustainable viscose, and then the other part is polyamide. So the fabric is definitely not as nice as some other options I've shown, but I do feel like it still has a very nice drape to it, which is nice. And the material is very soft and comfortable. So next up, we have the linen category. And I'm going to talk about these three pieces together because one of the things that I really like about Arket is that they're very consistent in their quality. So in all three pieces, the linen is the exact same quality. I really like that because you know exactly what to expect when you place an order from Arket. It's a mid-weight linen that feels quite soft. It's just a great fabric to go for the summertime. With all three pieces, I'm very happy with the material used. The issue with some of these pieces is the fit. So this is what the short sleeve top looks like on me. And I'm gonna take a few steps back so you can see just how long it is. It reaches almost mid-thigh for me, which is way too long. I also don't love where the sleeves end. It's just not the most flattering shape. I feel like it does overwhelm my shoulder area a little bit, and yeah, just not the most flattering. If the fit of this suited me, I would like this top because the linen feels lovely, but the fit is just not right. I would recommend this to someone who is, I think, at least 170 centimeters. So that's 5'6", 5'7", because otherwise you will find this to be quite long. With the play suit, while I feel like it was definitely designed for someone taller, what makes it work okay is that it does have this elastic tie, so you can cinch it at where you want your waistline to be. When I adjust it to my waist, you'll see that we have a bit of excess material on the top half. But the thing about a linen play suit is that it is quite a casual, relaxed piece, so I don't feel like the excess material feels too odd. I quite like the way this looks. The only thing is that I'm not sure why, but it gives me a little bit of scout vibes. I don't know if it's a natural linen color or if it's just the shape of the short and the top, but it does give me a little bit of like an outdoor scout kind of vibe with this playsuit. I actually don't own a playsuit in my wardrobe, so I'm not sure how often I will wear a piece like this, but I do really like the fabric, as I said, and I also think the fit is not too bad if you are petite. Not too bad in my opinion, but do let me know what you think. I've popped on the dress now, and this is something that I've actually had in my wardrobe for a while now, so it's not a part of the order that I placed, but this is just a really loose, effortless linen dress. Firstly, I really like the stripe pattern of it. It just has a summery, nautical feel to it, and I also really like how loose and how flowy it is. There is something so nice about wearing a very oversized dress that doesn't touch you at all in the summertime. It makes it a very practical and comfortable dress, while still having that very oversized and modern look. I know oversized and long will not be for everyone, but if you're into the look, I feel like this is a great option to go for. I shortened this dress by about 4 inches or 10 centimeters by myself, and the hemline is like a high-low hemline, and it's very easy to do yourself because of the way the hemline is shaped. This is a dress that has worked for me with just a few minor adjustments in terms of the hem, and I think it's a really beautiful option for the summer, and I can definitely see it as being a throw on and go kind of piece if you're interested in a loose linen dress. In the next category, I've got some of their cotton basics to share with you guys, and I had such high expectations of this category, but it just did not live up to expectation. So the issue with this t-shirt for me is once again the proportions, where because I think they designed the t-shirt to end at the top of the hip, it actually ends at the bottom of the hip for me. So what happens is that it fits really tightly at the bottom. I popped on the top now so I can show you a little bit more clearly, but basically when I have the top on and I've kind of pulled it to the full length, it is very tight around the hip area. It makes it quite uncomfortable to wear, and honestly for a t-shirt it cannot be uncomfortable, so I don't like that about this. And if I was to kind of pull it up a little bit, it's a bit awkward because the shirt is quite structured and it kind of just sits there in a bunched up way around the stomach, which obviously is just like not flattering. This t-shirt is a definite no from me. It is quite pricey for a t-shirt, and I understand that this is a heavier weight material, but if I'm being completely honest, this is nowhere near as nice or as soft as my Uniqlo U t-shirts. I would be willing to accept the price if the fit was really nice, but obviously it is not the case with this t-shirt. With this tank top, I really love the color of this. And it's like a light khaki or maybe like a light taupe color, but it's a really gorgeous neutral and I love the shade on. I've also popped on the tank top now, and this is really just a very ridiculous fit on me. As you can see, it's a little bit large in this area, so underneath like your arms, and I feel like this would be fixed if I had gone down a size, but the main issue is the length of it. Because of the length, it would be a nightmare to try and tuck into summer pieces. For example, if you had a silk skirt, you would definitely be able to see this like thicker material through it, and it's also really hot. So in the summertime, you don't want to have this excess material on you. So I do not like or understand this item of clothing. I really think that you have to be maybe 180 centimeters to feel like this is a good length, because on anyone like 160, 170, I just don't see how this would work. I'm not going to recommend this for anyone who is petite. Even if you are tall, this will still fit very long. Let's move on to something that I actually do really like, which is their jeans. This is their like wide leg barrel jean, if I recall correctly. The fit of it is actually really nice. One of the issues I have with denim is that it will fit really tightly on the hip, but have excess material on the waistline. This jean doesn't do that, which I really like. In terms of the denim used, this is a very rigid denim that basically has no stretch. So if you are looking for a pair of stretch jeans, these are not it. On my height, they are a little bit long, but nothing a little bit of hemming won't fix. I really like the shape and the fit of these jeans. That's been a really nice surprise. I know that there are people out there who won't like this barrel style, but I do love a good wide-legged jean, and I feel like this is a great option if you're into that look. It's also a slightly more unique jean in their collection because the rest of their jeans just didn't really speak to me. They were all kind of very classic straight leg jeans. Nothing really kind of caught my attention other than this style. What should we do now? Let's do the two coats, because this is probably the most traumatizing category. I got one in a slightly cropped style and I got one in a long line style. I've been seeing these quilted jackets around and I absolutely love the vibe of an oversized quilted jacket. I do think it looks really chic. Unfortunately, it is not for me. In the cutaways, you'll see that these fits are just so bad on me, and it's honestly to the point where I just couldn't even get through filming it myself. This is the long line quilted jacket, and I feel like if it was in one size smaller, maybe it could have been okay. The thing about this jacket is that the quilted material has structure to it, so with it being super oversized and structured, I just feel like it's a little bit too much for me. Had it been a little bit less structured, I feel like it would be more wearable, and had it been a little bit less oversized, it would be more wearable, but the combination of the two is just a bit much for my style. If I was to recommend this jacket to someone, I would say go at least one size down, ideally probably 2 sizes down, and I feel like you'll still get an oversized fit. You also have to really love the modern oversized look, or else I don't think this will be for you. In terms of the weight of this jacket, it is very light and it's also not too thick a material. So I feel like this will work for the transitional season, and then in the winter time, you might be able to wear it over some of your layers as well. I also think it will be great for casual occasions. So if you are going to the park, if you're going for a walk, something really casual, it keeps you warm, it's practical, and it's also very easy to care for. So when it comes to the shorter style, I just think that it is such a weird silhouette on me. So you've got these huge balloon shaped arms that also have a lot of structure because it's the quilted material, like I said. So these arms kind of just puff out a lot, and I just don't think it's a good look at all. So especially around this area, it kind of sticks out the most and then kind of tapers in a little bit once you get to the wrist. Throughout the body, there's not really that many details. It's a pretty boxy cut, so it's not too long, but it's quite wide. And then it's got these popper buttons. Other than the fact this jacket is really lightweight and comfortable, I don't really have anything I like about it in terms of the design. Next up, we've got this dress made from 100% cotton. I was honestly a little bit surprised that it's made from cotton because it has a very silky feeling that made me feel that maybe it was made from lyocell, or maybe it could have been like a silk cotton blend or something. But it definitely has a silkiness to the material, which I think is just divine. The reason why I actually ordered this dress is because I really like the print of it. So if I just get in a little bit closer, you can see that there is a bit of a lime green rose print on it, and it just feels a little bit different to all the other summer dresses out there, and I feel like this print is quite unique. This is what the dress looks like on, and I really absolutely love this design, and I also really like the tie here. So how it works is that it has an elasticated band, and you can basically tie it very loosely and have the neckline drape a bit, or you can tie it quite tightly like I have to kind of cover up everything and have a higher neckline. It is so light and breezy to wear because nothing is really touching you and everything is very loose. I don't really have any complaints whatsoever. It's just a beautiful option. The thing I really like about Arket is that everything feels quite on brand for them. This might look like a very pretty floral dress, but it's still got that really modern, oversized feel that Arket is obviously known for. I'm gonna pop this dress off now, but this is definitely a piece I'm really happy with, and I do think that I will hold on to. Second to last item, I have a striped knit. So the striped knit has a collar design and then quite a low V design as well. This material is 100% cotton and it feels very, very structured. The reason is that it's been so tightly knit that it now has a structure to the piece. This is not really a super cozy knit. This is quite a structured, firm kind of piece. I'm sure as you guys can tell, it is quite large where the sleeves cover my entire hand pretty much, and I feel like the neckline is also a little bit too large for me. As you guys can probably tell, this is not a piece that I will be keeping because I do have striped knits that I like a lot more than this one. I would say if you're really a fan of this knit, you can definitely go a size down. For most of Arket's pieces, I feel like you can go a size down, but definitely you can with this one because it's a pretty loose fit through the arms, through the body, and the shoulders as well. So for the very last item in this video, I have a silk scarf to show you. I was really drawn to this because I don't see many brands that aren't in the luxury category do a nice silk scarf. I really like the neutral tones on this scarf, and it's also got a little bit of an Arket logo. And I just really like that kind of cursive writing on the scarf. I think it's really pretty. So this scarf would be great, obviously just tied around the neck, but I also love to use my scarves in different ways, like maybe tied around the bag, for example, and this just feels like a really versatile option. I'm gonna have a play around with this scarf and see how well it matches the rest of my wardrobe, but this is actually a really nice silk, and I feel like if you enjoy a neutral scarf, you will probably like this a lot. Not much more to say about this one. It's a nice silk material and I don't think you'll be disappointed with the quality. So that is all for this Arket brand review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. As you guys will be able to tell throughout this entire video, Arket is not a brand that is really that suitable for anyone who is petite. For all of the items, I've basically sized down to the smaller size that they have, and everything still fits way too long and way too boxy on me. So if you are not petite, I feel like this is a brand that does really beautiful, high quality pieces. If you are petite, there are a few things that could work for you, but as a general rule, I would say this is not a brand that really caters for people who are petite. As I said earlier, I'll have all the sizing information for all of the pieces down below. So I'll talk about which size I'm wearing as well as which size I recommend. Let me know in the comments down below, firstly, your height, if you're petite or like taller, and whether you've tried anything from Arket and how you found it. Because I feel like that would be really useful to other people who are looking to try something from the brand. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Bye!